Sounds weak.
Let's see.
Nope.
Nope. Alright everyone, Steve and Jimmy back today for another video. We got the black truck loaded up. It's coming home officially for the first time. So we tried to jump it with the batteries. We tried to charge the batteries and they're just too dead to start this thing, but it doesn't even run right. So that's the point of today's video though. We're gonna bring it home, fix it, and we planning on selling it, right Steve?
Yeah, planning on selling it, and we wanted to use a smaller machine to push it on the trailer. The backhoe's so big you can't see what you're doing in front of yourself, so we did not want to risk pushing from the tailgate, damaging the tailgate, so we pulled it with the chain, which worked out well.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. It's a 2003 pickup truck, so it's nothing crazy, but it's a good project, and yeah, we're definitely not going to keep this one. We're going to fix it up and sell it.
All right, back in the garage today on this beautiful Wednesday. It's like 60 degrees out here in the middle of January. Well, actually the beginning of January, and we need to clean this whole mess out and make this a good workspace with the toolbox completely organized. So that's going to be the goal by the end of today. So let's see how we can transform all of this. Happy Friday, everyone. We did a little bit of a number on the garage yesterday in that video. Let me show you where we're at. It doesn't look like too much has been accomplished, but we have all this storage for all of our stuff on this side. We're still waiting for the big fridge to get out of the way. Somebody's trying to pick that up for free. Just get rid of it. It's a piece of junk. And then just some stuff in the middle that we brought in. And then this Hurricane's actually going for sale today. That'll be gone, hopefully. So that'll clear up this side, and then there's always more cardboard. Never can get rid of all of it. We always have more coming through here. But then I just want to show you our setup on this side. We got the compressor. That's wired in now. So that's pretty neat. And the toolbox is in place. We still have to transfer all of our tools from this guy over, which will be fun, but we got so many tools in here that we need to go through. There's just too many. But then the best part is this remote. So let me back the video up to like Christmas and show you a quick clip here, and we'll come back. Good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas from Ziggy's to you. Today I have a little secret Santa going on with my family. Steve has no idea about any of this, that I have him as I'm his secret Santa. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got, because I'm gonna record him opening it when we get there later. I got him a garage heater for the garage upstairs, for the 2-car garage, so that it's not freezing cold in there anymore. I'm gonna help him wire it in, but he has no idea that I'm his secret Santa and that I even bought this, or that this is even in the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up And later on today, we're gonna open all of our presents and he's gonna get this. And I'm gonna try to get it on film. Okay, I had a slight problem. I ran out of wrapping paper, so I just did my best. Let's check this out. At least I got a little bit of wrapping paper on it. I had so many gifts to wrap this year that I just completely ran out. And it's Steve, he's not gonna care, but it looks like a computer, but it's not. It's inside. So let's go over there and let's see what Steve thinks of his gift once he's surprised by who gave it to him.
So now it's a tray. It's a tray for your bed or
Christmas.
I had you.
Wait, what's going to be on YouTube?
It's gonna be on YouTube.
So I'm getting my box, the camera.
Hi, camera.
I get the box back and my tape.
Who's
Just a
videotaping?
little short.
I am.
What is that? Is it a heater for the garage?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a self-gift. You have to read that.
That was a good pull, Jim. Good pull.
Is it electric?
Yeah, we have to plug it into 240.
Oh, that's
Hang it from the
awesome.
ceiling?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Cool.
And at night you can move it into your room.
Please use that. Oh, yeah, perfect.
All right, so I got Steve the heater, obviously. This is the remote for the heater, which is up here. So when we turn it on, you can crank the temp all the way up. We just got it wired in. We still got to tuck that all away. But this thing rocks the garage. It goes up to like 95, and it'll be 80 degrees in here in 5 minutes with the door shut, obviously. It takes no time at all. This thing is a beast. I'm gonna put the link down below. I would highly recommend, if you have a garage of a similar size, to get one if you don't have a heater, because this thing absolutely destroys the cold air in here. It just makes it so warm. So that's a pretty neat thing. Just shut it off for now. But yeah, so that was the effort of our garage clean out, just kind of round one, because we still have all of like some stuff on the shelf. These mowers, this mower, that snow blower and stuff, and the quads, we're still going through all that stuff because they need work and we're fixing them. But yeah, I got my old toolbox over here just because, don't tell Steve, but I like to have all my own tools in my own spot, because he'll take them, he'll leave them everywhere. So I like having them in my own box. But yeah, that's what the garage is looking like. Last night we had a super successful live talking all about trucks, and that's what, actually we're gonna bounce back to this truck real quick because I'm gonna be working on this today. This truck is that 2003 6.0, which has a high pressure oil leak somewhere, I believe, possibly a bad IPR valve, which I have both things to fix those. So I'm gonna go through this today and do as best as I can, try to get this thing running right. It runs, well, backstory, it ran when we first bought it, but it would die when it was hot, so it made me think either IPR valve or high pressure oil leak. And I went through a few of the injectors and I replaced the high pressure seal on the back of the injector, like the tip of it, or the the other end where the nipple goes in. And I think when I put them in, I ripped one or two, so this thing kind of runs with a couple dead cylinders right now. It runs way worse than it did when we got it, so I know I have to adjust that again. I'm going to change the IPR valve and we're going to see if it'll run and stay running when it's hot. Oh, and then also just a little update on my truck too. Later on tonight, I don't know if it's going to make the cutoff for the video, but I'm going to get the ball rolling on this truck because I'm buying the frame section piece that I need to rebuild this, so that'll be starting up, but that'll be probably in another video. So let's get started on this truck, get this thing fixed, and hopefully it runs well and then we can sell it. For those of you who don't know, this is what the IPR valve looks like in a 6-liter. Powerstroke 7.3 and 6.0 have a kind of a weird fuel injection system where the injectors rely on the oil pressure to fire them. This guy is called an IPR because it's an injection pressure regulator. There's also an ICP sensor. Both of these, the IPR and the ICP in this truck, make this oil pressure system go. And a lot of times there's a little screen on the end of this underneath this cover that'll rip. This is a known good one. I took it out of the Bronco actually, and this works, but the screen will rip, some stuff will get in there and they go bad. But It's a simple enough part to change. It's threaded in. They make a special tool, but it's way in the back. It's behind all of this junk. It's like tucked underneath the turbo all the way in the back. So it is actually kind of a pain in the butt, but the idea of changing it is very simple. It's just one part that comes off. Fast forward a little bit. Now you can kind of tell a little bit more what I'm talking about. The injectors are easy to get to. They're right here underneath this oil rail. Obviously I got to fix those O-rings that I think I messed up on the way in, but that IPR valve is tucked underneath that turbo back there. That's going to be tough to get. They make a special tool, which I have on there. You got to play with swivels and stuff to get it off, because there's not much room to swing a wrench back there at all. So here's the old one. It's not ripped. Let me show you. Take this cover off. See the little screen? That's the old style screen. The new one actually has some supports on it, but it's not ripped. But I have a good one, so I put that one in, because why not? I don't want to take any chances with having to deal with this being bad. So anyways, that's the deal with that. It's honestly, it's not that bad when you have the right tools. So with the swivel, the extension with your ratchet, and then where's the tool? Got the tool somewhere here. Here it is. This is what the tool looks like. It just slides. It's designed to slide right over the connector, and just like that. So more or less like that, and then it's just tightening it in and loosening it and so forth. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take this oil rail off. I want to just, these are the injectors that I touched. I want to go back and make sure that those seals, I replace them. All right, it's 1 o'clock now, I think, and I've got the truck back together out here, and it just started raining. I just got it back together. On the driver's side, I did those few O-rings I was talking about, and we got the new IPR valve in there, the new used one that I know works. So we're gonna start this thing up and see what happens. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work at this point, just because it's in the way, we have 4 million other projects going on. I'm not even gonna attempt to do the other side of the truck and try to change out those O-rings also, because at that point I'm just wasting time in terms of I could just sell it as is if it doesn't run right, you know what I mean? Get the money and then move on to the next project, instead of wasting my time continuing to throw time at this, because like I said, my truck still has to be fixed, which is really my main priority right now. I want to get this thing more so on the road than I care about this, is just to make a couple bucks. So if it doesn't work, it is what it is. If it does, great. We'll have a running truck to sell. Either way, we're going to be able to sell it, so and make a good profit and move on to more projects that are more important. But let's see what happens here.
Running. That's normal. It's running all over. It sounds good. How many miles? 175. Oh, I'm gonna let it run for a good 10 or 15 minutes and work some of that air out of the lines. All right, let's take this thing for a drive. Hopefully it doesn't die. Why don't you go down first? It's got the, oh no. Back up. Oh. Is it out of fuel? No. You sure? because it's hot.
Really?
Yeah, so it does have an oil leak somewhere. What are we gonna do? It'll start right back up in 5 minutes.
Don't go far. The battery cable is loose.
What is that?
The cables are probably loose.
No, I tightened them. Is the starter? You smell that? Alright, well, here we sit. I believe the starter is bad in it because we hit it with a hammer and stuff. It still wasn't working. But regardless, I'm going to say I won halfway because the truck runs. Obviously, it's shut off, which could be a leak somewhere else. Maybe on the high pressure oil pump or on the passenger side. But I'm going to call it a win for right now because obviously it runs and, you know, we can sell it. It was running horrible before, only on like 4 cylinders. So now it runs on all of them. And it's a running truck. You could sell it as that, but it has issues. And so unfortunately, I think it's not going to be worth it to, by the time I figure out where the leak is, you can pressure test it and do all that. And let's just say I knew where the leak was and it was on the high pressure oil pump. By the time I do all that for the extra X amount of dollars that it's going to sell for or more, if I did that, it's probably not worth my time. Just like I said, we have so many other projects. So I think I'm going to have to kind of cut this one off because it was $1,500 we bought it for. Probably got $1,600 into it. So if we can sell it for $3 or something, I mean, that's still $1,400 profit. We'll take that all day. But you start sinking time in it and you sacrifice other things that do make money, then you're really losing money on this truck. And you know, it's frustrating because I know I can fix this truck. You know, my solution would be different than other people's. If this was my truck and I was keeping it, I would replace everything. That whole high pressure oil system, every single part would be brand new in there. Probably would replace all the injectors and stuff like that and reseal stuff. And I would just pull the whole motor out and do the entire thing at once. But obviously I'm not keeping the truck. There's a difference between keeping it and flipping it. I'm in it to make a few bucks. That's why I'm fixing it. So that's where it's frustrating because I know I'm capable of doing it. It's just by the time I go in there and I dig around and do all that, the time I spend on that is time that I'm not spending on something else that does make money. So it's like a fine line there. I gave it my best. We tried, spent a few hours on it, what I had, but we're still gonna make money anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It just falls short a little bit. Sometimes when you're flipping stuff like this, it's just how far in do you really want to go, and I'm not willing to put more hours into it. So with that said, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm going to pick up the frame, like I said, for my truck tonight. That'll be in another video. We're gonna start the rebuilding on that because that really needs to get done. I need my truck back. But other than that, I'm gonna just cap it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new, definitely go down below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.